back, man.
What did I do?
You're under arrest.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back.
We'll explain to you in a second, all right?
Do me a favor. Hey,
What am I under arrest for? What did I do?
Jeffrey, put the chicken wing down.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, man? Jeff?
Yes.
Alright. I'm Detective Bauer. Police department.
Did you let him know we have one scared?
Yeah. I told him we're here.
I'm sitting here. You guys come to my job. I'm sitting here being arrested for something I don't even know what I did.
We're gonna listen. We're not.
An Orlando serial robber who used a realistic-looking toy gun for his robberies will serve time in federal prison. U.S. District Judge Roy B. Dalton recently sentenced 29-year-old Geoffrey Gaston of Orlando to 7 years in federal prison for committing 5 armed robberies between September 12th and October 12th, 2022. The suspect, taken away from his job, waits in the interrogation room, filled with anticipation. As the detectives come in and begin the questioning, every question carries weight. The suspect's mind races for the best responses possible, the responses that will get him out of trouble. In this mind game of revelation and concealment, the detective's powers of deception reign supreme. The goal is to make the suspect talk, to believe that he must talk now, or the chance for him to explain the evidence away will evaporate.
We just kind of want to go over some things and why you're here, and kind of what brought us to this situation, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
No.
Just got to get. I'm going to ask you some basic questions to get started, and we'll kind of get into why we're here. Okay. How do you spell your name?
Geoffrey.
And
Gaston.
Okay. Do you have a middle name?
No, I don't.
Are you senior, junior?
Junior.
Date of birth?
12/2/84.
How old are you?
37.
Do you know your social? Okay. And your address, sir?
2932 Seabrook Avenue.
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
All my life.
Where did you go to high school, man?
Olympia.
Olympia. Where did you graduate?
2003.
Do you have any college or anything after that?
A little bit.
Did you play any sports or anything in Olympia? No. You graduate?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a vehicle?
Yes.
What kind of car do you have?
I have a 2008 Dodge Caliber.
How long have you had that?
For a little over a year.
Okay.
Okay. Are you the only one that drives that?
Yes.
Okay. And who do you live with?
My parents.
Parents? What's their first name? Okay. And anyone else live there?
My nephew.
What's his name? Cool. Alright. So you have no idea what's going on and why you're here?
I don't, sir.
Alright. Before we get into it, I have to read you your rights, just because at this point you're not free to leave, and I'm going to question you about some things.
Am I under arrest?
At this point, yes, we have an arrest warrant for you. Okay. Have you ever been read your rights before?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeff, remember how earlier you had a bunch of questions for me?
Yes.
And how we wanted to have a conversation and kind of get all of this settled out so you can figure out what's going on?
Yes.
He just needs to do this so then we can go on and have that conversation. So
What am I being arrested for?
So once
Well, that's
he,
what I have to read
once he
before we
reads it
get
to
into
you,
that.
he's going to ask you questions. This is an open forum. This is your opportunity to explain everything. This is his opportunity to ask you questions. This is your opportunity to ask us questions.
Okay.
All right. So you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one will be provided for you before questioning without charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you to get you to talk to me?
No.
Okay. And you're okay with talking about why we're here? And go forward with that conversation at this point?
I want to know what's going on.
Okay. So there's been a few incidents throughout Central Florida. Okay. They've all involved 7-Elevens. Okay. And we have a plethora of evidence kind of leading towards your direction. Is it ringing a bell?
No.
No. Okay. So about a month ago, we have video of you going into a 7-Eleven and demanding cash.
Yes.
Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't. And you say you have video of me.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get there. Okay, so obviously you work at a 7-Eleven, right?
Yes.
Which store is that?
That's 8910 South Orange Blossom Trail.
How long have you worked there?
Maybe about 3-4 years.
Have you ever worked at any other stores?
Yes.
Which stores are those?
I worked at, I don't know the address, but it's on Apopka Island Road.
Okay. Do you remember like a major cross street with that?
It's right off of I-4.
Okay. Any other stores?
Apopka Island and, what was it? Longwood Lake Mary.
Okay. Do you remember the address of that one, or
No, I don't.
do you remember like the general area?
Yeah, it's off of Ronald Reagan.
Okay. And any other ones?
Those are the only ones I've ever worked at. And on Gore Street and Orange Blossom Trail.
Okay. Now, have you ever worked like extra shifts or overtime at any other stores?
No, I worked for 2 different 7-Elevens.
So, like, are you saying like franchise and one's like corporate franchise?
Yes.
Okay. What did you mostly work for? Franchise?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the guy who hired you, the owner's name or anything like that?
My current location has went through multiple owners.
Okay.
Went through both corporate and franchise.
Okay.
The one that I worked for on the side was Abdul.
Okay. Which store was that one?
He owns a few stores.
Okay. And that's the one. Which store does he own or run?
He owns the one on Longwood Lake Mary.
Okay.
And he also owns the one on Apopka Island, but his daughter, at the time, his daughter was running it.
Okay. Gotcha. And that's the one right there by I-4 and the outlets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so with that being said, a couple of those ones are the stores that were actually hit with the robbery.
So you're saying that I went inside of a store and robbed it?
Yeah. Do you have any kind of records of you proving that you've been at work? Because you work nights, right?
Yes.
Do you have any proof of records of if you work in the nights of these robberies? And of course I can get you the dates and all that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm
So
not sure.
listen. This, at the end of the day, Geoffrey,
Yes.
this isn't a matter of who did it. This is a matter of why you did it. I can understand the backstory because I'm probably sure you're hard on money. You need money, and
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, that's what we're discussing that right now. Okay, I told you that
You said
several 7-Elevens throughout Central Florida have been hit with the same person that matches your description to a T. Okay, we found the red mask in your car. We found the backpack in your car. We've searched your house. I have found letters with you writing stuff down like, hey, I'm tight on money. I don't know if these 2 jobs are going, to make it. So we know it's you, but no one got hurt, right? Jeffrey, no one got hurt.
so because I'm tight on money, because of
Jeffrey, I have your car going to and from it. We have so
you have
much,
my car
yes,
going to and
yes,
from.
we have so much evidence right now.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's 2 things I want to get to. One, no one got hurt. Okay.
Sir,
No one got hurt. No weapons fired. Nothing like that. Okay. And then 2 is why is really.
so you searched my house.
Yes.
So, and you found letters in my house saying that I was tight. Yes, I talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tight on money. That doesn't mean I'm going around robbing people.
but the
That's not
stuff
what
in
that
your
means.
car suggests that.
What stuff in my car?
I just said we found a backpack. We found a
Okay.
mask.
So just the other day, you walked into the 7-Eleven over off of Apopka Island with a backpack on.
No, I did not.
We have you watching you on video, showing the clerk how to open the drawer.
Right, sir. That's me.
That is you?
So you're saying that's me?
Yes,
You just said that was you.
No, I was saying that sarcastically.
Okay.
You're saying that was me.
We know that is
Showing,
you.
okay.
Because the
Jeff.
backpack is in your car, the mask is in your car, the gloves
Sir.
are in your car.
If you search my vehicle,
Yes.
I used to work for Publix, the
Okay.
distribution center. I worked I worked sanitation in the freezer.
Okay.
We have we had to purchase a mask.
What
That's
kind of
the
mask was it?
It was like a Pooh Shiesty mask,
What color
which
was
is
it?
the mask is red.
So that is your mask.
That's the mask you guys found in the car. That's the one that you're saying is in the car.
Okay.
When did you work at Publix, sir?
This was earlier this year, between December and February. Well, what is
So December last year. December of last year.
21 to around December to March.
So March 22.
In the back of my vehicle, there is a suit that we had to wear. They didn't ask for it back. I didn't return it. My ID is in that car from Publix. It's in the trunk area.
Sure.
We had to put on a mask. We had to wear gloves. And we had to put on this suit because we are in the freezer.
Right. I understand that.
That's where we're at. That's the reason for the mask.
What was it, sir?
This was the Publix Distribution Center on Hazeltine National Road.
Okay. And when's the last time you worked there?
This was months ago.
So you haven't worked there since then?
No, I haven't.
Okay, but you bought that stuff and had that stuff for that job?
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes, that's the stuff I had.
So, listen, I get you had that, but you have to understand, unfortunately, due to your stature, you stick out.
I understand that.
You stick out. There aren't many people that are 6 foot to 6'1" that are your size. I'm telling you, this is the 21st century. There's cameras everywhere. Everything is recorded. I mean, we want to understand the backstory behind Geoffrey. We get it. Like Detective Blackhorn said here, nobody got hurt.
Sir, I'm not studying that. You guys are telling me that you seen me.
Take a look at that picture.
How does this show that this is me?
That red mask is in your car. That backpack is in your car. The shoes that you have on right now are the same shoes that we have in surveillance video. And this is the same store that you've worked at, and this is the same store that you did the same thing to about a month ago.
And you're telling me that this is me based off of, there's nothing showing that it's me? Nothing like that? You're saying that this is me?
Jeffrey.
Because I have a mask and a backpack?
Jeffrey, we watched the video. You turned the screen and start pushing buttons because the guy there didn't know how to open it, and then you told him to put a code in.
I told him to put a code in?
Yes.
And listen, you even told him this was nothing against him. This was personal. So I have a feeling somebody is doing Geoffrey wrong.
Yeah.
Who? What are you talking about?
That's what
Somebody's
we're-
doing Geoffrey wrong?
This is why him and I are here to ask you questions. We're trying to understand.
Come on, man, somebody's doing me wrong because I said that I'm tight on money. I told some people, you went in my house, found some letters.
Jeffrey,
I'm tight on money.
Jeffrey,
Is this what you're saying?
It's not one thing. It's everything put together. And then your car. I have your car going to and coming back to your house before and after a robbery.
Before and after. You have my car coming to and from.
So everything that he has in that folder
Yes.
is why?
This is the one right there in College Park off Smith Street, OBT.
Okay.
It's your car, bud. I literally have it coming from 29th Street. Like you said earlier, cameras everywhere.
Yes.
This car, same car, leaves 29th Street at 3:39 in the morning. The store gets hit at 3:50. That is perfect. Yo, I have you going up Rio. I have you turning on Washington. I have you going up OBT.
Yes. So that means that I went to a store.
So let's look at the totality of the circumstances. Your car, same guy wearing the same clothing, and the same physical description, and everything else that we've compiled.
Okay. So you have my car.
You can even see, and the video is much better than this blurry picture I'm telling you right now. You can see the little black bar going across. And
I understand that,
Jeffrey,
sir. That's because
and the jacked up tag. The tag.
yes.
Look,
My car. Listen.
Go ahead.
Just because I'm driving around the city does not mean I'm going to Smith Street. I've never even worked at that 7-Eleven before. I've never, just because I'm in the area, that doesn't mean I'm going inside 7-Elevens and robbing them.
You're right.
That does not mean
So
that.
what were you doing that night then?
I don't remember what I was doing this night, but I surely wasn't robbing a 7-Eleven.
So hear us out. So as our jobs as detectives, we charge people, but we have to also prove people's innocence. Give us information and tell us that this is not you. Give us
That's my vehicle, of course.
Okay.
That is my vehicle. But just because I am in this area,
Nobody's yelling.
okay, just because I'm in this area does not mean I am going to 7-Elevens and robbing stores. That does not mean that. I have nothing against Abdul. What do you mean it's personal? I have nothing against
Those were your
Abdul.
words. Those weren't
I
ours.
have nothing against Abdul. Abdul never did anything to me. So I don't have any reason to go inside his store and rob him.
So
For
why
what?
did you? Why the same store twice then?
I did not go to anybody's store and rob them. I never had a reason to rob him. He never did anything to me.
So listen to me. Both of us have been doing this for a very long time. We've been working this investigation for a very long time. Look, this is your opportunity because unfortunately, which is a good thing, you're not a very good liar. Because every time we ask you a question, you're constantly repeating that question. And that is your brain trying to formulate a response to the pictures, to the evidence that we're throwing at you. I can tell you, it's weighing on you. It's crushing you because it's all coming to fruition now. You're like, excuse my French, you're like, oh, fuck. That's what your brain is doing because every time something new is presented, you repeat this question that he asks.
Sir, you're telling me because my car is driving around the city that I am going into 7-Elevens and robbing you. You said that
Geoffrey, can
because go ahead.
This car, your car, right?
Yes.
You know where this is, this area around Smith
Yes,
Street?
College Park.
Right, okay. Your car was there at 3:49. Okay?
My car in this area.
Yes, it's right here. This picture is from it's a video. This still picture from this video is at 3:49.
Yes.
What were you doing at 3:49?
I'm not even sure. What day was this?
This was on Wednesday, October 5th.
Wednesday,
So
October 5th.
today's Friday the 12th?
Yes.
Sorry, today's Friday the 14th. So 1 week and 2 days ago.
So a week and 2 days ago, I went to Smith Street. I was around College Park. I went to Smith Street to a 7-Eleven, robbed it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir. But I'm giving you the opportunity to explain yourself why you were there. If you say you were just driving around, but you haven't done that yet.
Because our job at the end of the day is also, okay, if Geoffrey tells us he was doing something, our due diligence as detectives is, well, we're going to follow up on that and see if whatever you're telling us is true. Because also think, all of this is, we don't want you to be labeled as a liar, but with you telling us that and then we check it out and it doesn't add up, bro, the credibility goes start down. We don't want that because we want the story and everything to come from Geoffrey. We're not trying to, do that, but we want the truth. Just think about that. The more you lie, the hole you're digging is going to get deeper, and the more your brain is going to try and formulate to get out of it. Think of this as the opportunity. You messed up. It is what it is. Nobody got hurt. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You're tight on money. You're in a tough spot in your life right now, and all you're trying to do is get money to probably survive. Do you help with rent at the house?
No.
Do you help with anything?
Yeah.
Car payment.
No, I don't have a car.
What do you pay for at the house? Groceries?
I pay for groceries and stuff like that, yes.
So I can imagine, bro, this economy right now is sucks. It sucks. So I can understand.
The only thing that I can think about I was doing in this area was that I get on Mega Personals and I, look for people to go and see.
Okay.
So that's the only reason that I would be over near this area. Now, as far as going into a place and robbing it, no.
So do you have like messages or anything of the person you were trying to meet this night?
They're in my phone.
Okay. Can we look at those messages? Because
you have my phone. I
have your phone. I'll bring it in here because I want to see the messages of who you're talking to, so we can see that.
Listen, it's not. We're not here to say.
If you go ahead.
We're not here to say, Geoffrey, you did these all. You're also here to prove your innocence if you can. You know what I mean? We're giving you the opportunity to
Okay,
speak.
so basically you're telling me I went inside of I have no problem with Abdul. Abdul has never did nothing to me. I worked there for a couple of weeks, maybe a little over a month, and that was that.
Do you know how long Abdul had that store?
I don't know how long Abdul had that store.
So all that I ask is, which phone did you talk to somebody on that?
I used both.
Okay, so what's the phone number for this phone so we can establish that?
It's 594.
Okay. Which phone do you usually use to communicate with these people on?
Both.
Both? Okay. On this night, which phone do you remember using?
I don't remember which phone. I use both phones every night.
Okay. So let's start with this one. Okay?
What was the number for the black one?
I'm gonna ask that you don't go in and start hitting anything or anything like that. So I'm gonna just direct me at any time. Tell me where to go. I'm gonna go back to your messages. Do you want me to swipe up to the date? What was the date again? 5th?
October 5th, yeah.
So here's October 5th. I see 2 threads right here. One with Junior and one with it looks like a group chat.
Yeah.
Which one would you have the communication in?
It would probably be...
Do you communicate in an app?
No, I don't.
You always use your phone?
I use my phone.
Okay.
It's, you may have to go to the trash or whatnot.
Okay, I'm just going to back out because I just wanted to... where do I need to go?
Go press the 3 buttons on the side.
Okay.
Go to trash.
All right.
Okay, so... It might have been that. It might have been that.
Okay. What's the... Do your thing. All right.
Messages.
And then I'm going to scroll to October 5th. So it looks like you have 3 chats with a couple numbers. Jaden, or sorry, that was the 4th. I'm sorry.
Try the 815 number.
Where's that one at?
7443.
Okay. And this is from October 5th at 12:08 a.m. Okay. So now we're missing a 3-hour gap here.
I understand.
Okay. So now, like I explained to you, I want you to tell us the truth because I don't see any messages back. Okay?
Okay, so
Do you know who that is with that number?
that's somebody on Mega Personal.
And I want to preface this. I don't want you to be concerned. We're not those kind of cops. I don't care if you're picking up girls. We don't. I don't care. That's not why we're here. So, with that being said, I mean, now that leaves another gap. Do you see what I'm saying here?
I understand that,
Okay.
but at the same time,
What? So your first text message was sent Monday, September 19th. Then you sent stuff Tuesday, October 4th at night. Looks like at 11:29. You guys communicated for a little bit. And then at 12:08 a.m., I'm assuming on October 5th, judging by the way this is reading, that you said sent and there's nothing else there.
yeah, because
Nothing happened.
Yeah, no, it's not that nothing happened. It's that nobody answered me back. So.
Okay. So, all right. So with that being said,
Did they ever give you an address to go to?
No, they didn't give me an address to go to. I dealt with this person before, so
So let me say, on October 5th, did you meet up with this person?
no, I went by where they were, but
Where was that?
that's down near the Rosemont area, which is why for this.
Sure. Listen, man, it's not the end of the world. No one got hurt.
I'm not worried about anybody getting hurt. So you're saying that I went inside
Well,
the store.
the
Because you've seen my car in certain locations, you're telling me, and because you said that you went in my house, you read letters and stuff like that, saying that I went because I'm tight on money and stuff like that. I went inside 7-Elevens and robbed them.
Okay, so let me ask you something, because you've asked me several times if I thought that was you going into that 7-Eleven, and I'm gonna be specific about this College Park one. Okay, to answer you is yes. So I'm gonna ask you straight up: was that you in the 7-Eleven?
No.
Okay, so College Park, cameras everywhere, right?
Yes.
This car passes one of the cameras. You do a full circle around the 7-Eleven, right? Remember that? It's a big U-turn. Let's see if I have a map here. You do a full circle. There's cameras on each side of that, right? I mean, we have on all of them, man.
It's not worth it to keep digging this, man. It's not.
Of course, I don't have it right here.
And where are these letters you said you found in my house?
They're in your room. One was in the blue notebook.
And who was this letter to?
Just on a notepad. It wasn't a certified letter to somebody. All right, so the 7-Eleven in College Park, it's got that kind of V shape where you one way each way, right? So
Yeah.
you remember circling back around?
I went in a circle.
Okay, so you went in a circle. On the other side of that street, are you familiar with the street? It's Rio Grande. Is kind of where the daycare is.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not one car that goes past that intersection, the one-way direction on Princeton, until after the robbery. Your car's the only one, and it doesn't pass that intersection until after the robbery, like 2 minutes. I'm just trying to figure.
How does that mean I robbed it?
But you gotta
How does that
understand.
mean I robbed the place? Just because
Then a minute later, a man wearing all black, a red mask, black gloves, walks into the store. The same mask that you're described as you purchased for Publix work, the same gloves that we find in this vehicle that's seen a minute before the robbery, and a man of your size comes walking in. Tell me, like you said, there's no other cameras, there's no other cars that get captured, but magically this door gets robbed a minute later after your car is seen circling it, and the same person wearing an all black.
So you mean to tell me I'm the only person of this size and this height that went inside of a 7-Eleven and robbed because my car was there?
It's not just your car. It's everything put together. It's like what we do is a big puzzle. So when all the puzzle pieces, I mean, you're familiar with puzzles. Once all the puzzles come together, it creates a nice picture. And what we've done is we've put all the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah.
We've got this I don't want to say nice, but we've got this picture of what is happening. And it's everything is out there. It's there. So there's no sense in Geoffrey in running from it. This is reality. You're an adult. This is what's happening. How is mama and how is dad going to feel after all of this?
I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about you saying that I went inside the 7-Eleven on Smith Street and robbed it. And then because you see my car, yes, my car went in a circle. I told you what I was doing. Of course, that's something I'm trying to keep discreet. I don't want nobody to know that. And I'm telling you what I did, and you're telling me because my car was in the area that I went inside of the store and robbed it. I'm the only person who is 6 foot, 6'1", and a big guy.
Were you off that night, or were you working that night?
And you said this was Wednesday?
Wednesday, October 5th. Last Wednesday, last week.
I didn't work. I think I worked. No.
You were off. Okay.
So this isn't just this one. We know on September 12th, you walked into the Apopka Violence 7-Eleven, did the same thing. September 26th, you go to a store over in Altamont Springs. You then go to a store on Redbug the same night.
Redbug.
The same night.
So I went to a store on Redbug.
See, this is exactly what I was telling you. You're not a good liar, unfortunately.
So I went to a store.
You can laugh. You can
No,
laugh.
I'm not laughing.
You
I'm
are.
not laughing at that. Because you told me I went inside Altamont.
You go to an Altamont store, then you go to a Seminole County store the same night. Then October 5th, the College Park one, and then what? Just 2 days ago, You go back into the one on 535, because I can see you walking down 535. I see you walk into the business. You get a couple drinks. You get a blunt wrapper.
I don't even smoke. What am I doing with a blunt wrapper?
I don't know.
I don't even smoke. I've never smoked
Are you
a day
getting
in
it for
my
a
life.
date?
Why were you down at Circle and driving around in that area then?
You're circling, driving around in what area?
By the 535 area.
The 535 area.
Why were you down there that night?
I was down there
That
because
morning.
I was coming down I-4. Whenever I get tired, I stop somewhere and I sleep.
Okay.
So that's exactly what I did. I stopped somewhere and I sleep. I didn't walk inside of the 7. I didn't even go inside of the 7.
So why would
Where did you stop and sleep?
I stopped and slept near 535.
Near the gas station at 535? Do you have an intersection or business? What business was it?
It wasn't a business, it was the side of the road.
Okay,
Is it an apartment complex?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't an apartment
So
complex.
listen how outlandish that sounds. Listen.
So a person cannot
Jeff.
get tired.
Jeff. Come on, man.
So a
come
person
on.
can't get tired.
They can.
You just happen to be in the same area that night as well? Jeff, come on, man.
So I can't. A person can't drive. A person can't drive around.
So, but all
and
right.
a person can't
If
drive
they can't
around.
drive around, tell me what person knows how to unlock a cash register at a 7-Eleven. I can tell you I don't. Do you?
At a 7-Eleven, there are buttons on the register to show you that.
So obviously you know how to do that.
I work there. You know I know how to do it because I
Right.
work there.
And you've worked at this store before.
I've worked at that. All the registers are the same. They use the same POS system.
Okay.
All of them are the same.
So
They're all the same.
you're okay. I can tell that this is definitely it's gonna come to you no matter what. Because you're so fidgety, you keep wiping your face, doing all this.
Sir,
because
I itch.
okay, that's fine.
I itch.
That's your body. Like
No, that's
Basi-
not my body. I've been itching all of my life. My skin is dry. My legs are dry.
Okay.
I have an itching problem. That's why I'm doing that.
That's fine.
It's not fidgety or anything like
So,
that.
just-
But I work at 7-Eleven.
Right.
So, of course, I know how to open the register. All the
which is
POS
plainly
systems,
obvious.
all the POS systems at 7-Eleven are the same.
So, you're in the area, resting on the road because you were tired. Is that right?
Yes.
And you didn't want to drive? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, could you explain why you were in Lake Mary, that area, the night of that robbery?
I was not in Lake Mary.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan. Let's see. Lake Destiny Road, 990 Lake Destiny Road. Could you explain why you were there, in that area, I should say, on September 26th?
I don't even remember being over there.
I mean, what reasons?
September 26th.
What reasons would you have for being over there? Were you meeting somebody?
I don't even remember being in that area.
Okay. Well, you were. Just trying to figure out why. And then from there, you went to the Red Bug Lake 7-Eleven, and we're in that area. Could you explain why you were there?
I don't even remember being, and this was the same night. I don't remember
Yes.
being in that
Same.
area.
It was the same morning. Yeah, it was like 4 a.m, almost 5.
I don't remember being in that area. And then
When's the last time you remember being in that area, like up in Seminole County?
the last time I remember being in Seminole County was October the 6th when I had to go take my CDL exam.
Okay. All right. And what about before that?
Before that was when I went to take my CDL exam in Seminole County. It's in Sanford. I go to TDI in Sanford.
All right. I'm just trying to figure out how and why your car would be in those areas at the same time. This doesn't add up to me.
It's not only your car, it's your phone records. Your phone records put you in those areas at the time of the robberies at both locations with you walking into the store.
And we know your phone number for a couple different things. One, you recently pawned some stuff and provided your phone number.
Yeah, I have
Listen.
I have a lot of pawns.
Okay. So we have your phone numbers, and
Of
we've
course.
looked into that. And then the second one is one of the managers at 7-Eleven, when they were reviewing, showing the police the footage, reminded them quite a bit about your size. And
Yeah, because I used to work there. I used to work in that
then look at
location.
this.
So just because I used to work in that location, just because I was there, now I robbed the place because I was there.
So Jeffrey,
Of course he's going to remember me. He hired me. I used to work there.
So do me a favor, Jeffrey. For a second, put yourself in our shoes. Put yourself in our shoes for a second. We have 5 different 7-Eleven robberies, all done by the same person, wearing the same clothing, where their car is seen, phone records are seen, yada yada yada. I'm not going to go on, but yet the person who we're told that matches the description is a previous employee. What are the odds? Like literally, what are the odds? Like if that's the case, I'm going to play the Mega Millions when it's $1 billion, because there's no running from it. There is zero running from it. None. This is your chance, Jeffrey, to get ahead of this. I know you don't want to go back to prison. You don't want to go back to prison.
Sir,
You can keep coming up with these crazy, outlandish stories about meeting people. You don't remember where you are, but we know that
just because I'm driving in the area.
It's not driving. Jeffrey,
Mom.
it's not driving. You're walking in the store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just because your car's not in the parking lot doesn't mean you can't get in that store, Jeffrey.
Okay. Just because I'm driving in an area.
Get over driving. We're done driving. This is over.
So
you
now-
walking
so
in
now-
the store.
So now you're saying that
Let me ask you this: was the gun real or fake?
I didn't have a gun.
So did
I
you-
don't know what you're talking about. I've never owned a gun. I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying that I robbed the store. I did not rob anything. I did not rob anybody. Just because
You can yell and have all this conviction. That's only you trying to cover up your lies.
I'm not covering up anything. I'm
So
not
are
covering
you?
up anything.
So if I were to ask,
Because I used to work for a guy, he's never done anything to me. I have no reason to rob him.
then why would you go back to the store and take money from the cash register?
I didn't rob anybody. I didn't take money from any register.
Do you believe that money is owed to you?
I did not take any money.
That doesn't answer my question. Do you believe that money is owed to you?
He doesn't owe me anything because he's paid me upon the work that I did when I was there.
So when's the last time you worked at any of these stores, other than the store you were arrested at today?
Months ago.
Okay.
I never worked at the Smith Street store. I never worked at the Altamont store. And I don't, the Redbug Lake Road store is owned by his brother, but I don't remember ever working there. It was the store that I worked at the most was the one on Apopka Vineland, and then the one on Longwood Lake Mary.
Okay.
Those are also his stores. Those are the stores that I worked at, and the one that I'm at now. But as far as as far as Altamont, as far as Lake Mary, I've never worked at those stores.
So you don't remember if you worked at the Redbug one, though?
I don't remember if I worked at the Red
How
Bug.
does somebody not remember if they've worked at a location? I'm pretty sure I could tell you all the jobs that I've held in my life and the
Well-
locations.
Because I know for a fact that I worked at the Apopka Vineland. I worked at the store that you currently got me at now. That's my home store.
Okay.
And I worked at the Longwood Lake Mary. Because most of the time, he had me,
So is it possible that you worked at the Redbug store?
not that I'm aware of.
How do you get paid?
I get paid through direct deposit.
Have you made any purchases recently? It's like big purchases within the last month or so.
No, just paying off pawn debts. And I bought some stuff from Amazon, but that's nothing super spectacular.
You pay that cash, or did you pay that with your card, or what?
I do both. So I go in the store and pay, and I pay with my card when I can't make it.
What kind of bank do you use?
I use Wells Fargo.
Do you have a bank card?
Yes, it's in my wallet.
Is that? Do we have his wallet, or
No.
where was your wallet? Was it in the car?
I'm not sure.
How many cards do you have?
one that I know works. It's the Wells Fargo.
Alright. Is it like a credit or a debit? Do you
It's a
know?
debit card.
A debit. Alright.
So all your 7-Elevens get direct deposited into that checking
Yes.
account.
Alright.
And when I worked for Abdul, he paid me in cash.
And then your Amazon, Abdul paid you in cash?
Yes.
Okay. But that, you don't work for him now?
No.
Okay.
What happened there?
They just didn't put me back on the schedule, so I just took it for what it was. I was working every day. I was working 5 days a week at my store, and then I was working for him on the weekends. I was working every day, and sometimes I was late to his store because obviously I was tired. And then one day they just didn't put me on the schedule anymore. I tried to contact him. They didn't contact me. I took it for what it was. I went back into my thing.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
But it's life. It's nothing. It's nothing to it. When you've worked for 7-Elevens before, and you work for franchises, you've come to assume this. Franchises do things their own way. So
all right. So that was a very confident answer. That was a very here's the points, here's all the truth.
You didn't hesitate, you didn't ask questions, you just went out and said the truth.
When everything has been asked about today, tell us how the pictures I showed you is not you. Tell me how that is not you. Tell us how this is, well, you've already said that this is your car. Tell us though. Explain to us how the person that's going into this is not you.
tell me how that is me. Because of the size? Because of the size?
The locations, the size, the phone records, the cars, your clothing in the car that matches the surveillance video.
What was the clothing that was in the car?
The gloves, the red mask, and the backpack.
Okay, the gloves. As I said,
You've already explained that. We don't care where it came from. Jeffrey, you're a terrible liar. Get over it. We just want the truth. I'm just going to be blunt with you. We're having an adult conversation here. As an adult that's been through life, you realize lying doesn't get you far.
I understand that.
So it's obviously not gotten you very far on this point.
Because I had a backpack, a pair of gloves, and a mask in my car. I went inside the store. I robbed somebody. You said I had a gun.
And see, this is your brain trying to...
No, I'm just going over all of this stuff that you're saying that I did.
So how much...
And then obviously, I robbed the guy. The guy never did anything to me. I never had any bad blood, ill will, or anything towards him. So I went inside the store, robbed him.
5 stores.
I went inside 5 stores and robbed him. And by the way, this is me being sarcastic. This isn't me admitting anything.
No, I know. But don't you think this is a
me,
little bit more serious than to be sarcastic in? Like, you're being accused, not only is this 5 crimes, this potentially, you could go to federal prison. Federal prison, 5 times 7. 7 years is a minimum mandatory for a robbery to a business in the federal system. 5 times 7.
That's 35.
Yeah, that's 35 years.
I understand that.
With your record, that doesn't look good, bro. So this isn't a time to be sarcastic. This isn't a time to do any of that. This could potentially be a federal investigation. This is not dealing with the 9th Judicial Circuit. This is dealing with the Middle District of the Middle District of Florida of the United States of America.
I understand that.
So this is no time to be sarcastic.
I'm not sitting here being sarcastic. I'm not sitting here being fun. I'm not sitting here being funny. Just because I was in this area, just
5 different areas.
Just because
at times that 5 different robberies occurred at 5 different locations, and,
let me ask you something. Were you in the car by yourself, or was somebody with you?
Somebody was with me then.
Okay, who was with you?
A friend of mine. Just a random.
You're gonna have to save your butt.
It was a random girl. It was a random girl.
We better find out.
It was a random girl.
Okay. Where'd you meet her?
I met her on Orange Blossom Trail.
Okay. Did you guys happen to pull in that parking lot for a little bit?
What parking lot?
The one at the right behind the 7-Eleven.
No.
The daycare.
No, I didn't.
Because your car doesn't pass that intersection for at least a few minutes. So I'm trying to figure out why it was there.
My car wasn't at that daycare.
Okay, where was it?
My car was on the side of the road.
Yeah, so if you're going down the street, is it on the left side or the right side?
It's on the... I believe it was on the left.
On the left side. So did you pick her up on OBT that night?
Yes.
All right. Where did you pick her up?
I picked her up near OBT and Colonial.
Okay. Do you know what, was she on the corner?
She was over, when you're coming around the corner, there's a street called Hames.
I know exactly.
And I picked her up, right walking near that area. I was just like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And she was like, hey, got in, we
drove.
Okay, so you guys drove up OBC, right?
We drove up OBT before I was even in this area. I went towards the Rosemont area. I stopped at a Taco Bell, got something to eat, and then came back. And that was when I was in this whole area.
The little circle thing, and then you
Yes.
parked on the side of the road.
Yes.
What went down on the side of the road?
I mean, nothing really went down with her because she wanted money that I didn't have.
Okay. Did she go in the 7-Eleven?
No, not that. No, nobody went inside the 7-Eleven.
Okay. So that explains why your car didn't go past that intersection for a few minutes.
But nobody went inside the 7-Eleven.
Okay. It's weird because the video and the clerk both have ultimately you walking out of the store to the left towards where you're saying your car is parked. Did you get out of the car?
No.
You didn't get out of the car.
No, I didn't.
And she was sitting in the front passenger seat?
Yes.
Was there anyone else in the car?
No.
Have you seen this female since then?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Was she a trick?
Yes.
How much?
I didn't pay her anything.
What was he agreed?
She wanted $80.
For full or just oral?
I mean, I don't know, man. She wanted $80, and I was like, look, man, I ain't got that kind of money.
Did you kick her out of the car there, or did you take her back?
I took her over by Edgewater and dropped her off.
You tell me the route you went.
I went down Princeton.
Okay. Then left, right.
And I took a right because that's where Edgewater is located.
Okay, so you went all the way down to Edgewater. You made the
And
right.
turned, yes.
Okay, then where?
Then I dropped her off in a little cul-de-sac area near Colonial. It's right near 7-Eleven.
So when you made the right onto Edgewater, did you go all the way down to Colonial from there?
Yeah, I drove through
Right.
the area going towards Colonial.
Okay. And then you hit Colonial, and did you make a left back on Orange Blossom too, or did you keep going straight down Colonial towards like the sheriff's office?
I think I went down. I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I went down. I didn't go down right there. I dropped her near that area. It was a cul-de-sac area. I went around. I think I did go up. I think I did go Colonial to OBT.
Okay.
Or I think it's either that or I turned on Westmoreland.
Okay. Somehow you made it back to Orange Blossom Trail to come back southbound.
Yeah, so I probably did go down.
Okay. And then you made a right back on Colonial. Does that ring a bell?
That was the right I made on Edgewater and Colonial. That's the only right you can turn on Colonial.
Okay. Then you went back down to Tampa? How'd you get home?
I drove down. Was this on this? And what day was this?
This was Wednesday the 5th. The morning of Wednesday the 5th.
The morning of Wednesday the 5th, I think I was at my 7-Eleven. I drove to my 7-Eleven. After you dropped the girl off? Once I dropped her off in that cul-de-sac, I went towards my 7-Eleven.
Okay, so what streets did you use?
I used Orange Blossom Trail. I don't turn on any other street.
All right, so you went back down.
And then after that, I ended up going home.
Okay.
So
how long were you at your 7-Eleven for?
I don't remember how long.
Do you remember ballpark what time you got there?
No, I don't.
And then you went home from there?
Yes.
I just want to hit on Wells Fargo real quick. How much do you think you have in your bank account?
Right now, probably about $60 or $70.
Okay. In the last month or so, what's the highest you think it's been?
I don't know.
Okay, do you ever carry cash?
I carry cash all the time.
Okay, how much cash do you have?
I have close to like $400 right now.
Okay.
It should be in my car.
All right. What kind of bills? 100s, 50s, 10s, 20s?
I have some hundreds and I have some small bills.
What do you use that money for?
I use the money for everything. The big bills I received from my mother, and I went to the laundromat a day and a half ago. 2 days ago I went to the laundromat, and 2 days ago on Tuesday I went to the laundromat, and so I broke a big bill there.
Do you have a wallet?
Yes.
But you don't keep it in the wallet?
I keep it in the center console. So,
Is that where the wallet's at?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Do
But
you think that's kind of strange that we find a lot of cash in your car just kind of spread out?
what is that? I mean, what is that?
You just keep it's all totality of the circumstances, man.
No, because I have
Listen.
cash in my center console. That means
Listen to the conversation that we just had. Every question that he just asked you was like
Direct answered. You
Okay.
boom, you spit it out.
Because
but now you're spitting back questions back.
No,
to
I'm
me.
asking because I have money in my center
This is
console.
what you've done this entire interview. On stuff that you know the answer to, that you're not trying to hide, you answer it.
I'm not hiding anything.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
With every time that we ask you a question regarding all 5 of these incidents, you ultimately, immediately repeat the question, which is a tale of your brain trying to catch up to tell you how to answer that question because you know it's going to be coming out a lie. That I know because that's body science. That's your brain trying to formulate something. When he asked you, hey, how much money do you have here? Oh, I got a couple hundred. Hey, what route you took? Oh, I never once did you say, oh, how much money do I have in my account? It was, I have this, or I took this route, or I had a girl in here, I did this. But anytime we ask you something else, your tone immediately changes and says, well, I mean, yeah, and then you're repeating the question that we're asking. That is a tell of lying.
So you're telling me that I robbed 5 7-Eleven?
Exactly. You've just proven my point. I'm telling you, yes, you have robbed 5 different 7-Elevens. Oh, actually, you've robbed 5 different 7-Elevens, one being the same store twice.
So you're telling me that I robbed 4 7-Elevens?
We're gonna keep repeating the question. I'm gonna keep repeating the same answer.
Yeah, so you're telling me I robbed 4 7-Elevens, and because I have money in my car, I robbed 4 7-Elevens.
It's not because you have money in your car. It's because you have money in your car. You have the red mask in your car. You have the gloves in your car. You have the backpack in your car. Your phone ping's there. Your car is there. It's not just one thing, Geoffrey.
Okay.
It's everything together. Listen, I know this is a lot on you right now.
So you said that my phone.
I know this.
My phone pings.
I know this is a lot on you right now. Soaking all this in. It's a lot. Okay?
Sir, my phone pings there because yes, I was in the area, but I told you exactly what I was doing.
I'm talking about the other ones.
What are the other ones?
I told you. September 12th, 7-Eleven, 5:35 on Poplar Island. September 26th, about 4:20 in the morning, 990 Lake Destiny Road. About a half an hour later, same thing in Oviedo, Red Bug Lake Road. October 5th, College Park. October 12th, just a couple days ago. I get it, man. I get it. Money sucks right now.
Money sucks right now, but I work. I don't need to rob anybody.
Oh. Okay. So
Money-
is that the story that you really want to say?
Money sucks right now. Money sucks right now. And just because I work at a 7-Eleven, just because I worked at a 7-Eleven, does not mean I went in the 7-Eleven.
I never said that. I said that you put the whole puzzle together. Like I explained to you, we take these puzzle pieces, we put them all together. It shows us the story and the picture of what's going on. We didn't just pluck Geoffrey out of a hat and say, you know what, that's our guy. You know, we did a thorough investigation because this has been going on for a month. And because it's been going on for a month, we've been able to compile all of this information, data. It's the 21st century.
Yeah.
And where did all the clues and all the evidence continue to point to?
Because you.
No. Don't even worry about this car. Don't worry. Where did this? Hold on. All these puzzle pieces, all of this continues to point to Mr. Geoffrey Gaston. And I think that the thing that makes it realize it's 100% you. Tell me what other person that knows how to operate and open the cash register drawer at a 7-Eleven. You turn the computer around. After he signs out and signs back in, you tell him, you point to the screen to have him sign back in. He signs back in. You do it. You punch in a few things, I don't know what it is. Next thing you know, the drawer pops open. He takes the cash out, hands it to you in your left hand. You take that money and put it in your pocket. You then go down to the next cash register. Those two are empty because he had already done the drop. Then you walk out the store, you walk back down 535, and your car's going down 535.
Right. So because I work at a 7-Eleven.
Here we go. I'm done.
Jeff,
So because I work at a 7-Eleven.
Stop.
I went inside.
let me ask you. So 2 days ago, you were tired. You fell asleep on the side of the road. Is that right?
I was coming from somewhere. I stopped.
Where?
I was coming from.
Don't lie, just where. I'm at wit's end because I know this is going to be a lie, but I'll afford you your opportunity.
Yes, I was coming down. I-40.
Isn't it so weird that there's some like magical story behind? Oh wow, I was sleeping on the side of 535. I was picking up a trick on this one.
After you fell asleep, you woke up, right?
Yeah.
What happened? Where'd you go?
From there, I went to my 7-Eleven.
You always go back to your 7-Eleven. Were you working that night?
No.
That morning?
No, I wasn't.
So did you go talk to Aaron again?
Yes.
Okay, he was working. What's
Yes,
Aaron's
he was.
last name?
Tolly.
Tolly?
Do you have a phone number for Aaron?
It should be in my phone.
Okay. What's it under?
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when we call Aaron and we go meet with Aaron and say, hey, do you remember talking and meeting with Jeff on these nights? What is he going to tell us? Because we're going to do that.
Yeah. The September 12th, September 26th, I don't remember those. I'm just telling you the ones that I remember, which is 2 nights ago, and which is on the 5th.
Okay.
So you went back to your 7-Eleven.
Yes.
What time do you think you got there?
I'm not sure.
So
I know it was
because we'll probably go
Yeah.
the surveillance video too.
That's fine. It was in the middle of the. I know it was in the middle of the night because I did. Usually when I don't work, I'll be at home and then I'll get up and then I'll go see who's at the store, see what's going on, and whatnot.
Were you wearing that shirt when you went back there?
No.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing. I don't even remember what I was wearing.
It was 2 days ago. You remember a lot of stuff, but you don't remember what you were wearing.
No, I don't remember what I was
So
wearing.
let me ask you something. What are we supposed to believe if we go back to your store and you go there, like you say, and you're wearing the exact same clothing from the robbery? What are we supposed to believe? I'm asking. If you were in my shoes.
You're going to say that I robbed the place. You're going to say that.
No, not me. What would
You're going
you
to say. You're going to say that I did the robbery.
What would you say about that? Not me. What would you say?
You're going to say that I did the robbery.
No.
So
you're not listening to his question. What would you say if we go back and see the video and you are wearing the same clothes that were just seen in a surveillance video of a robbery? What would you say to that?
I don't know. You're going to say that I robbed the place.
hell yeah! Definitely, dude! What are you gonna say?
What's your...
Alright, say it. Alright, I'm wearing these clothes, right? I'm wearing these clothes right now. I go do a robbery at 7-Eleven. I go back to my work wearing these exact same clothes. And they do surveillance, follow up, and all that stuff. Are you gonna sit there and believe that I didn't do the robbery? Well,
You don't. You're telling me that I robbed the place, and you're not.
What do you want to know?
because you're wearing gloves, that's not gonna save you, Jeff.
I'm
What-
not talking about that.
Jeff.
You said that. You're saying that I robbed the place because of the.
I'm asking
Look,
you
you
what.
can't-
It was a simple question. I just asked you what you were wearing when you went back to your own 7-Eleven home base.
I don't remember.
Okay, so when we see the video, if you were really there and being honest, do you think you're going to be wearing the same exact clothing that are in all of these robberies? Maybe not the mask. You probably took a mask off. Are you going to be wearing a black hooded sweatshirt? Are you going to be wearing black pants and black shoes?
I have, but most of my clothes are black.
It's a yes or no question. Is that what you're going to be wearing?
I know I might be wearing jeans. It could be anything.
So when we go in there and we see the exact match within 30 minutes after the robbery.
Within 30 minutes after the robbery.
Well, you said you went straight there. You went straight to your home base 7-Eleven on Land Street, right? OBT Land Street? So yeah, I'm going to say within 30 minutes. How long were you at your 7-Eleven
I
for?
don't remember.
Do you
Okay.
go back to your 7-Eleven at night? Because I'm not trying to be personal, but I know the tricks all hang out down there. Do you go back down there when it's an off day?
Sometimes to see who's down there, you know,
Do you
to
pick
mess
up
with. I don't pick up anybody, but
Do you
know,
do you hang out with some of those tricks that are down there?
if they come in the store, yes.
So let me hear me out. So you get this money after this happens. You go hit up any of these tricks?
No, because I don't pay anybody that's out there. I don't take
So
money.
do you just basically do it off the website then?
I do, yes.
I could care less. I don't care.
I understand you don't care about that. I go down there, I talk to Aaron. If there's somebody come in the store, I try to figure out, hey man, what
Yeah,
happened
but
down
I
here?
know the tricks
Whatever.
hang out down there.
I understand
So
that.
do you go down there on an off night just to see who's out walking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you tricked
Slept with
anyone?
anybody? No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. No, I have not.
But you know them.
Of course, because they come in the store all the time. I work at night. They come in the store all the
on
time.
an off night, you still go out there, hang out with the tricks, hang out with Aaron, and do your thing.
I go out there, I see who's working in the store. I might go down to the store, I see who's working in the store. Hey man, what's going on? Sit there, drink, talk a little bit. And yeah, if they come in the store, they come in the store. Yeah, you say here and that. Okay, hey, yeah, you this, you that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But as far as taking money and going to trick with them, no, I don't do that.
So how do you pay for your tricking?
It depends. Sometimes when I'm talking online, if the price is low,
Right.
okay,
So what's your lowball price then?
$20, $25. Most of the people that I'm talking to on my phone, I ask them, hey, I got 20, will you do something for that?
Yeah.
25, whatever.
Okay.
Sometimes 30.
And so when money's tough and you're trying to pay for groceries and things like that, and obviously probably groceries, I mean, you want to be eating first before dealing with that. So when you don't have enough money, where are you getting money to get these girls from?
I always keep, that's the reason for my pawns. That's
So
the
you'll
reason why I
pawn
pawn
everything?
stuff.
So when you have these pawn debts, how are you getting the money then? So you
Every
have
time I get paid, I pay a little bit here, a little bit there on my pawn debt.
and then that leaves you enough for, I'm assuming, gas.
Yes.
And then that leaves you money for some groceries.
Whenever I get
So
paid,
hold on. So that leaves you. So when you get paid, you'll take care of a few pawn debts here and there. You obviously have to put gas in your car. You have to put food on the table. Do you pay for your car insurance?
yes.
So you pay for your car insurance. You probably pay, for clothing, whatever, gas, because gas is ridiculous right now. So that probably leaves you a minimal amount of money to go have some fun. So with that, I mean, I can see why you're trying to get extra money because you don't have enough money to do your thing. That's just how it is. That's how I'm reading the room. And I think that's the truth.
That's not the truth.
Okay.
Then why?
Whenever I get paid,
Okay.
whenever I get paid, I always make sure I take care of my needs first.
Absolutely.
Which is, if I have, some groceries I got to put in the house, that's fine. If I have some gas, that's fine. If I have, whatever here and there, I'm taking care of. I have a pawn debt here. I have my insurance here. I have my car insurance here. I have my phone here. I have my internet here. Whatever. I take care of all of that. I pay bits and pieces
Right.
of that. As far as taking money to go do whatever, yes.
But hear me out. So all of those things, I can only imagine how stressful that is. You probably get your paycheck and you're like, shit, what can I pay first? Okay, obviously I need food, so I'm going to pay for food. Next is like, well, shit, I got like a couple different pawn debts here and there that probably leave you with minimal amount of money. So explains why you had the letters of like, money is tough.
Yeah, so what I do is I pawn things to get the money to pay for whatever. Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Right. So you just have this ever circle. Money, pay, I need more money, pay. Get paid, just this ever evolving circle. Hey, I want to, this girl I'm talking to, she wants $25, $30. Okay, cool. Well, shit, I only got $10 after I spend all my money. I need extra money. Okay, well, here we go. Here's the circle again. Oh, I got paid. So look, man, it's going to come to you. One morning, it could be right now, or it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day. This whole thing is going to smack you right in the face and you think, oh, frig, I messed up. Geoffrey Gaston messed up. And you know what? How can I get myself out of this? How can I get myself out of this? Because I don't want to hear that it's your car, it's you, it's this. It's everything. It is everything. And we see the backstory now. Money's tough, man. Money is tough. What's the easiest place to go? I know there's only one person or maybe two people working at 7-Elevens. You're familiar with those locations, and that's why you're going there. And that's why it's happening. And you're probably taking that extra money to hopefully probably pay for the food bill, the internet bill, the phone bill, so you can still enjoy your life a little bit. That's what's happening. That I know for a fact is happening.
That's not happening.
Okay. Explain to me differently.
You said you're not paying rent?
No.
So tell me where I'm wrong in that.
Where you're wrong in that is that you're saying that I'm taking money from 7-Elevens and using it.
There you are. You just repeated my entire question.
Yeah, you're saying that I'm taking it and using it for everyday expenses when I use my paycheck and going to pawn things for everyday expenses. So I have all of my items, most of everything I own is in the pawn shop for that reason. Not so I can go to a bunch of places and take money from them. So that I can keep from taking money from somebody. Mm-hmm.
That money's not enough, I don't think. That's not enough.
What's your car payment? None?
No.
What do you spend a month on gas?
I don't know.
Car insurance?
Car insurance maybe $100, $120
a month.
Yes.
Phone bill?
Phone bill is I don't know. Phone bill is pretty up there.
So let me ask you this.
Do you have two phone bills or just one?
Just one. They're on the same account.
Ballpark.
I don't really. $400 or $500 maybe.
A month?
Yes.
Okay. Groceries? I know you said you help.
Just depends on. I kind of just
throw some food here and there.
Yeah.
And what would you say your average, like, do you get paid bi-weekly?
Weekly.
Weekly?
Yes.
What do you think? What one paycheck a week?
Probably between $4 and $5.50 a month.
Okay.
$4 and $5.50 a week.
A week. All right. What other expenses you got?
I mean, car insurance,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Phone bill.
Phone bill.
groceries,
Mm-hmm.
gas,
Mm-hmm.
pawn debts.
About how much pawn debt do you think you have in total?
Quite a bit.
Like, rough number. Couple thousand?
Couple thousand.
Okay.
Because of the insurance that accrues, not insurance, but
The interest.
interest that accrues on
So
it.
you're constantly taking money to pay down those debts,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. So,
I think. Go ahead.
no, sorry.
I mean, coming into this whole meeting, I think my big question wasn't who, it was why. I think we kind of just answered it. It's money. It comes down to money and the debt, and phone bill's $450 a month or $400 a month.
Okay, but I get paid weekly, so I pay part of it
I understand that.
to what?
And things are crazy expensive right now. I haven't even got your gas or groceries yet.
And I think
That adds up.
This is just stress. Like, I could only imagine trying to juggle and balance all that when you're only getting paid weekly, and it's probably not enough for what you're doing.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to other places and robbing them.
It definitely shows a motive.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to
Okay.
places
So
and
tell
robbing
me.
them.
So then tell me, why are you getting the money?
Getting the money from where? I'm getting the money from work. I'm getting the money from my pawn debts. From pawning things, but getting the money from where? Besides work and pawning things.
This isn't going to go away. You know that, right?
I'm not saying what
Because you're being charged with 5 different armed robberies to these locations.
I'm being charged. You said for 5 different robberies.
Correct.
With what gun? With what gun?
We can see it in the video. The first one on 535, the victim tells us bangs you bring it on tapping.
I don't own a gun. I've never owned a gun.
Okay.
I've never been
it's-
able
It's
to
some-
own a gun. I don't have a gun.
It's somebody's
You said
gun.
you searched my house and you searched my car and you didn't find no gun. I don't have a gun.
Okay. So are you implying that you have a gun?
No, I don't have a gun. I've
Okay.
never
So then tell us.
ever
why-
had a vehicle. Never ever had a
Tell
gun.
us.
So it's not a real gun.
I don't have a gun, period, whether real or fake. I don't have a gun.
So then what is it? What's being used?
I haven't used anything.
Look, you almost.
No, I haven't used anything. I don't even know what you're saying that I robbed this place with a gun.
Yes.
Or a fake gun.
Yes.
Or I don't have none of these things. I've never owned a gun. I've never been able to own a gun.
Okay.
I don't have a
It's
fake
easy-
gun.
it's
I don't
easy.
have a toy gun. I don't have any of that.
And it's easy to dispose of guns.
Right. So I just threw it away.
I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever, man. I just
So-
threw it away.
I mean, on video, you can clearly see in the one from 2 days ago, you pull it out of your right hoodie, you flash it at him, and then put it back. It's covered in some sort of black bag, or I don't know if that's just you implying that you had one. Then you put it back. He turns around, gets you something off the wall. As soon as he turns around. So you're being charged with 5 armed robberies. 5.
I don't think by any means you're a bad person. I think you just got caught up in this debt.
Sir,
Is my
the debt and my paycheck and what I'm getting has nothing to do with any of this.
Then what does it have to deal with?
That is that's my life. That has nothing to do with this.
So then what has to do with this?
I don't even know what you implying by that.
The 5 different armed robberies.
I didn't
Geoffrey.
rob anybody.
Okay, so then what happened? What happened? Tell us. If you didn't rob them, then tell us.
like, did you go in there thinking maybe the clerk's in the back and I'm just going to push some numbers myself? Like,
Sir, I did not go inside of a 7-Eleven and work the register. I know how to work a 7-Eleven register because I work at 7-Eleven.
So
All of the POS systems in 7-Eleven are the same. There may be a couple of items out of place, but as far as totaling out the cost, everything is the same.
So listen here. So okay, with you saying that, hear me out. So at the end of the day, all of this gets drafted up into a big report. And like I said, this is actually going to be a federal investigation. With that being said, all of the evidence, everything that we've compiled within the month-long investigation between 4 different agencies gets all compiled into this big report. This interview currently is being audio and video recorded, which is considered as part of this case. So when the attorneys and the people that are above our pay grade, they review everything like, oh, okay, that's, yep. They put the puzzle together, and then they watch this, and then they hear and listen to all of these crazy, outlandish lies and just see this. When that goes to, if you decide to go to trial, and when it does, this is all played in court, and your credibility in front of a jury goes down. Then that makes you just look like even more guilty.
yeah, if this goes to trial, man, do you think, honestly, like a normal, average human being is going to buy, well, yeah, I fell asleep on the side of the road. It was by the 7-Eleven. That's why my phone was pinging there. Yeah, I was in my car because it's my car, but I didn't go in. It just happened to be, just a
But I just happen to have all the same clothing that is seen on the surveillance video.
You
in
think
this-
like an average, like a person's gonna buy that? And like he said about credibility, that man, that's everything.
Sir, you said
We all, me, you, him, we all start.
You
on
said
this
I walked
even-
into. You said I walked into a 7-Eleven. My face is not shown.
Doesn't
So
get
your face, your prints. We know you're wearing gloves.
Yeah, my
we,
face
we
is
know.
not shown.
We know.
We know you
And
were
you're
know.
saying that I walked into
So
a 7-Eleven.
at this
my
point-
face is not. My face is not
At this point, you are being charged with my Orlando police armed robbery, armed with a face mask. Okay. Tomorrow you will have 2 more counts from Orange County, and by Monday you will have the other 2 from Seminole and
and then
Altamont.
potentially
Okay,
the FBI.
so as of now, 7-Eleven is going to prosecute. Okay, I'm tired of going in circles. I'm done.
You
Okay,
said 7-Eleven.
7 is going to prosecute. I don't give many people an opportunity to this, but
And
you're hemmed up in a lot of stuff right now. It's completely up to you. If you want to write any kind of apology letter or anything like that, I'll give you the opportunity
There's
to.
like
But
multiple FBI agents out there because, like I told you, they will probably charge you federally.
Yeah, you're saying that.
No. I mean, like I said,
stop the you're saying stuff. We
The
we
FBI
just
is
told
here.
you, man. We're not trying to. Clearly, we're not trying to hide anything or beat around the bush. Like
My phone pinged in an area that I drove.
5 areas.
That I drove by. I didn't drive. My phone pinged.
Jeff.
Listen, my phone pinged.
Jeff,
Wait, hold on.
We've been doing
My
this for
phone-
an hour and a half, bud.
My phone pinged in an area that I drove by, and suddenly I robbed it.
Listen. I don't want to hear any BS more stories. I'm done. If you want to tell us the truth and what happened, I am all ears and to have a discussion with you. But if I have to hear another outlandish, crazy thing of you trying to formulate of how you weren't there, but when we know you are there, then I'm done.
Sir, you're telling because I worked at a 7-Eleven. Because I worked at a 7-Eleven, I walked in the place and I
it's
robbed
not that.
it.
It's everything together.
It's everything
It's
together.
the mask. It's the gloves we found. It's the cash we found. It's the backpack we found. Your phone in there.
Sir,
your car.
Because I have
Listen.
cash, I robbed the place.
Stop.
Because I have cash, I robbed the place. Because I have cash, I do
No. It's not because you robbed it. It's not because of the cash. It's because your clothing, your car, it's everything.
Cell phone.
It's everything.
My cell phone pinged in the area I drove by. I drove by the area.
It's different times. What are the odds of that?
And the shoes you're wearing today are the same shoes that are seen in the robbery from 2 days ago.
Sir, so these are
So we're taking your shoes and we're taking your pants.
what you need to take
So,
my shoes and my
is there
pants
evidence?
Jeffrey.
So because I have
Jeffrey.
you know how many people have these shoes? I use these shoes to work in.
We're trying to calm this down and leave, and you're getting all amped up when we're trying to leave. So if there's something you need to tell us to get off your chest,
Sir,
now's the time to do it. Because I told you, as of now, you have 1 count of armed robbery. Tomorrow you will have 2 more, and by Monday you will have 5 total. Okay, so you're gonna be at 33rd for a minute. Okay, if you want to write an apology letter, 7-Eleven,
Sir, I
they
didn't
might.
rob. I
Okay,
didn't rob the
well then,
place.
go ahead. Sounds good. All right, man. Good luck. Okay.
All right, man. Oh, and also heads up, Orlando Police Department is taking both of your phones as evidence
Why are they taking both of my phones?
because of evidence in a crime.
It's just one of those puzzles.
Because my phone. My phone has nothing to do with this.
We have about I would say 18 puzzle pieces in a 20-piece puzzle. Okay, I think your phone's going to give us the rest.
My phone has nothing to do with
Good
it.
if I leave this in here. Or...
Jeff, my name is John Hannigan, Special Agent with the FBI. I've been listening to everything going on, and there's nothing really I can say, and I know you're hung up on the cell phone and some of the other evidence, but I just want to let you know, I'm going to go do a search warrant on both of those phones, and I'm going to put that phone at all 5 of those robberies, okay? Just something to think about.
And I am not by any means making any promises or anything like that, but you have been absolutely zero cooperation, which I get. Like, there's a lot going on right now, but when we find out that you are lying, we don't get breaks. Like,
And lying to me is a 5-year felony as a federal agent. Just so you know. And now is the time, man. You've been through the system. You know how it goes. The only leniency that can come from this is honesty, especially at the federal level. Because at the federal level, it's a score point. And your criminal history and your lack of candor in this case is not going to help that.
Sir.
I'm listening.
Can I speak to you, sir? Or without?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On or off?
You can leave it on.
Yep. You can just leave it how it is.
Okay.
Sir, because I was in an
You can
area.
call me John, by the way.
Okay, because I was in an area, and because I work for 7-Eleven, that puts me. I'm being charged with a robbery. Because I have cash in my car, I'm being charged with a robbery.
So it's not 1 robbery, it's 5.
I'm being charged with 5 robberies
Yeah.
because I have cash in my car, because I work for 7-Eleven, because I was driving my car, my phone pinged in an area. That's why I'm being charged.
Yeah.
Because
Look, brother, it's a lot to take in, I know, okay?
I'm being charged with 5 robberies.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
So, right, well, just remember what I said, okay? I will be completely honest with you. They've been honest with you. But I just want to have a conversation about it, man. And I'm not going to sit in here for a half hour, 20 minutes. We're going to have this conversation. Then if you don't want to be honest about it, then I'm just going to leave. There's a lot of technology out there, right? There's cameras, there's phones. Okay. So, do you remember the Brian Laundrie and the Gabby Petito case where the chick got murdered up in North Carolina or North Dakota or whatever?
I do, sir.
So I worked on that case.
Okay.
The way we found her body was her phone.
It's Kirk.
Kirk and I worked together. So, was through her phone. And then that's how we found Brian. Your phone has not one tracking device on it, but 3. As you drive around, even if you're not making a phone call, it's bouncing off cell towers. And then we have ways of getting with the cell phone company to say, okay, we want to narrow that down. And you had 2 phones on you, not 1. Now, what do you think the odds are that both of your phones are going to hit in proximity of all 5 of those 7-Elevens? Because they're going to. You know that, and I know that.
Be very careful of the answer, because remember what he says, lying to a federal agent is a serious charge.
Okay. Just like you said, driving, because I'm driving in an area, my phone pings in an area.
Look, man,
I'm driving in an area.
Hold on.
My phone pings in an area.
Hold on. These are within 1 meter accuracy. I can put you inside those 7-Elevens. And I'm going to. They've told you everything that they have found.
You're saying that
you're
telling me you can put me inside of a 7-Eleven because of the pictures?
No, because of your phones.
So I took my phones inside the 7-Eleven and robbed them?
5 of them.
But let me tell
Yeah, I
you,
took my phones inside the
you
7-Eleven.
and I are basically somewhat the same height, but not the same build. You have a distinctive walk to you. Okay? So the cameras outside the 7-Eleven catches you walking in.
Okay.
Okay? You have a distinctive walk to you.
So I'm the only person that's this height and this size?
I can go find 5 guys like you, and everybody has a different walk.
Because
Okay? Well, listen, we can go back and forth all day long on this, okay? The evidence is going to come out, and if you want, it's your choice. If you want to take it to trial, you can take it to trial. But it goes in front of a jury of 12, and when all of this evidence comes out, the video comes out, the phone record comes out, the whole 9 yards
This conversation comes out.
what do you think is going to happen with those 12 people? What do you think is going to happen with those 12 people? What are they going to say?
I'm being told that I robbed some 7-Elevens. That I went inside of a 7-Eleven and robbed it because I drove in an area. So, and then they're saying that
You know, it's miraculous. I mean, I go to 7-Elevens. But
I work at a 7-Eleven.
It's miraculous that
and then they're telling me that I went inside a 7-Eleven.
on the day of 5 robberies of 5 different 7-Eleven, my phone wasn't pinging at 7-Elevens.
My phone was pinging because I was driving by the area. Yeah, there's a 7-Eleven on nearly every corner.
It's so
you're driving
that your phone shows up at 5 different 7-Elevens, not just in Orange County, but your phone shows up in Seminole County at the one in Redbug, and it shows up at Altamont.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do a search warrant on your phones, and I'm going to get an extract, and it's going to be just like a map. It's going to show like a Google Maps, and it's going to show cell towers, and then it's going to show where your phone was. And I can do it in as little as a 5-second window, and I can tell you how long it's been there, what it was doing, whether it was on the internet, whether it was on Instagram, whether it was just sitting there, whether it was sitting in a parking lot.
Yeah, because that's what you guys do.
Correct.
But, I mean, you're telling me that because my phone pinged in an area.
5 of them.
Because my phone pinged in 5 areas, 4, one being the same location twice.
Yep.
That I went inside these stores and robbed them.
Yeah, because
The
within
phone was inside the 7-Eleven.
Okay.
so within if I show a map to just the average person and I say, okay, these 5 robberies occurred. This gentleman's cell phone was on that address in that 1 minute, 30-second window that robbery occurred. And by the way, here's the picture of this guy. It looks similar. Okay, now here's all the stuff we found in that guy's car.
Yeah, and
Okay,
they said they
and
were
now
in my
here's all
house. They said they were in my house. They said they found a whole bunch of letters and things like that I was writing because I said money got tough.
As I explained to you, the leniency come from you helping yourself. Because after we walk out of here, this is done. Okay?
Yeah, you will not see me again until we're sitting in front of a judge. Because this is going to go federally. Because you have, by robbing gas stations, you have thereby affected interstate commerce, which is a federal crime.
So it's no longer the state stuff. And when the Fed sides picked it up, all the evidence is there. That's how they pick up their cases. When all the evidence is there, that's when they pick it up. And I'm not going to lie to you, their prosecution rate is nothing above 90%. So 99% of the time, you're going to do federal time. And for the gun charge,
I don't have a gun. I've never had a gun.
Okay.
From the time
fine.
they said that I had a gun, I've never had a gun. Ever had a gun.
Okay.
We're past that.
Forget the gun. Are you
Okay.
By the way, when did you go to jail last time? Just because I don't.
2012.
So you're not on probation or anything like
No.
that anymore. Okay. But you still have the history, which again for each charge and each prosecution, it's a point system. So now we're not just at 5 separate Hobbs Act violations. We're at 5 Hobbs Act violations on top of your scoring for your past, which that's not a decision I make. The judge makes that. They look at that. They score it out, and that's what you get. So yeah, that's where we're at, man. That's all I have to say. And
Yeah, only you can help yourself.
I'm not going to regurgitate everything that they said. I'm not going to regurgitate anything I've said here because you seem like a competent guy. So I'm not gonna go any further.
Yeah, they're telling me that I'm being charged.
Yeah,
with
I was watching.
So you're getting charged with the one today, and then by time, the rest's done, by the time tomorrow comes around, you'll have a warrant for the one in Seminole, in Altamont, you'll have one in Seminole County, and so by the time you're done, you'll have the 5 of them. 5 warrants.
So you'll sit in Orange County until you get indicted federally, and by which time you'll be brought over to the federal courthouse.
You'll either see me
You'll have-
or him.
Yep.
He'll come back and pick you up, take you up to the federal courthouse.
Yep.
And then you'll be indicted federally. You will sit in back either in Orange County or in Seminole County jail until it decides what you want to do, if you want to plea or you want to do trial, and then we go from there. So, as I said, I'm not going to keep repeating myself.
Yeah.
Only you
We've
can help.
explained it. You're processing it. That's fine. Everybody processes things
Only you
differently.
can help. So
But-
if you need us to step out, you take a few minutes to, gather your thoughts and then call us back in to,
So you're telling me I'm being charged federally
right,
for
5 robberies.
for 5 robberies that I didn't do, and that you're saying I did.
So that's the score. Just think about it and go from there.
Tell me that.
Do you have any questions other than things we've already talked about? How it's going to go? Anything like that? No? Okay. That's all I got. I wish you the best of luck, man.
Is there any way that I can talk to a lawyer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll get a chance
100%.
to talk to your attorney. Yeah, when you get after the deal, you can make a phone call and
I just kind of want to go over some things and why you're here and kind of what brought us to this situation, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
No, I don't.
This case was investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, with assistance from the Orlando Police Department, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, and the Altamonte Springs Police Department. It was prosecuted by Assistant United States Attorneys Dana E. Hill and Noah Dorman. Thanks for watching, Mentor Lawyer and Ladybug.